For my Chicago history final project, I chose North Center. It was founded in the 1870s with a majority German, Polish, Czech, and French population. The neighborhood is located on the north side of Chicago, with Montrose Avenue being on the north side, Ravenswood Avenue being on the east side, Diversey on the south, and the Chicago River on the west. Some famous landmarks in North Center are Lane Tech High School and St. Ben's Church. Attraction to North Center used to be Riverview Park. It was opened in 1904 and was closed in 1967, and was located where Clark Park is currently. Another important business is Waveland Bowl, which was opened in 1959 and has been a place for people of all ages to have a fun time. Another place of recreation is Kerrywood Field, which is a baseball field which gives kids in Chicago a high-quality stadium where they can practice baseball. Important business in the neighborhood was Dinkle's, which sold donuts as well as other breakfast items, and was recently closed. Some important businesses in the area are DePaul College Prep, formerly Gordon Tech, which has been around since 1952 and has educated many people in the neighborhood. The neighborhood has a population of 35,114 people and is 77.7% white, 11.5% Hispanic, 4.9% Asian, and 2.1% Black. Some notable residents of North Center are John J. Holand Jr., who was a member of the Chicago City Council from 1947 to 1975, as well as Steve Wilkos, who is a TV personality. For the next part of my project, I will be interviewing two people who live in North Center. The first person I interviewed was Ethan Castet. The first question is, what made you and your family come to North Center when you first moved here?
So my family, my mom and dad, they're from Louisiana, and when they first moved to the city, they moved into a neighborhood by the Chicago History Museum, by Latin School Chicago. And when they had me, they were living in an apartment that's in North Center, about 200 meters from the house I'm currently in right now. And we moved twice more after that, but it's all in the same little neighborhood. But my family moved to the neighborhood that we're at because, mainly because it just had the type of house / apartment building that they were looking for at a price that they wanted.
My next question is what do you think needs improving in North Center?
Since COVID, a lot of the community big events have not really been the same, so I'd say improve on that front. But I think they're doing a pretty good job as is. I would like some different zoning laws. I think some nice apartment buildings would be kind of cool.
My next question is, would you leave North Center if you could?
I really like our neighborhood. If I had to live in Chicago and I could afford it, I would live in my neighborhood now.
The next person I interviewed was Will Beebe. Although he was not available for an audio interview, he typed out his answers and I will read them. For the first question, what made you come to North Center? His answer was, he has lived there his whole life, but his parents moved to North Center so he could go to school at St. Ben's. For the next question, how has North Center changed since you have lived there? He said, honestly, it has not changed much at all. It is basically the exact same in terms of looks, and crime rate has stayed pretty low. For the next question, how has North Center changed since you have lived there? He said, honestly, it has not changed much at all. It is basically the exact same in terms of looks, and crime rate has stayed pretty low. For the next question, do you enjoy the community in North Center? He answered, yes. I know many people who went to St. Ben's and also live here. My parents also established a network of friends in the neighborhood. For the next question, what is the main difference between North Center and other Chicago neighborhoods in your opinion? He answered, since Lane, Coonley, DePaul, St. Ben's, and Queen of Angels, and many more schools are closed, tons of kids of all ages reside in North Center, more so than the majority of neighborhoods in Chicago. My next question was, would you be willing to leave North Center right now? He answered, no, where I live is convenient and everyone is friendly. And for the final question, what do you think should change with North Center? And he answered simply, potholes, tearing up the streets constantly. So he believes infrastructure should be improved. Although I currently don't live in North Center and previously have not lived in North Center, I spend a fair bit of time in the neighborhood because a lot of my friends live there and I go to school there. And in conclusion, North Center seems like a very good neighborhood to raise a family in.